2004 E46 M3 Coupe. As you can see, it's finished in, it's my favorite color for this model, the Phoenix Yellow. Now, if you know your Beamers, you'll know end of 2003, early 2004, BMW launched the facelift on the M3, and they ditched a few things. So they got rid of Phoenix Yellow and they got rid of Laguna Seca Blue at the same time. They upgraded the lights ever so slightly on the back. They went from 18-inch to this 19-inch diamond cut wheel setup. And they also changed the rear of the car to the LED tail lights, so these style, and the longer boot lid where previously it stopped about here. Now, why that's interesting is obviously they stopped producing the Phoenix Yellow. So any Phoenix Yellow you'll see will be 02 or 03. So in theory, this car shouldn't exist. They did 6 Phoenix Yellow cars for the UK, all built April 2004. So in theory, there is only 6 Phoenix Yellow M3s that should be on those wheels, that should have those rear lights. Pretty much everybody puts those wheels and those lights on them anyway, because they're just better. I mean, I definitely think they're better. So yeah, it's effectively, it's the car that shouldn't exist. But like I say, there's 6 of these, 4 Laguna Seca cars. And then as far as boxes ticking, this one's got everything right for it. So it's nice and standard, nice and original. We've got the black interior, not the Kiwi interior, which just has aged really badly, I think. Good ownership, good history, good miles, and more importantly, it's got a manual gearbox, which we'll show you in a second. But we'll start by having a look at the bodywork. If we look down the side of the car here, you can see lovely and straight all the way down. I picked it up out of a bespoke built carpeted garage, really, really well looked after, as you can see by things like the tyres and stuff, but we'll point them out as we go around. We'll start on this front wing, lovely and solid all the way around. All the correct little sort of press study type things for the arch liner and everything. The wheels are like brand new. They've got to have been done recently. We'll double check the history and detail what we know, but there's no milkiness, there's no marks on them. Properly diamond cut. The outsides are the correct grey. Even the M badge, which normally fades and falls off, is still there. It's correct. And from what I remember, we'll double check as we go around, but they've got Continental Conti Sports on them, which is a really good tyre for this car. So yeah, we'll continue to check it as we go around. Coming down the side of the car, all around the vents and everything's nice. It does have darker side repeaters, but so they should be clear. Really easy thing to sort of replace if you want to. Going along that sill cover, it's lovely and clean all the way along. As you can see, it's not been smashed up any curves, and we'll pop the camera underneath because from what I understand, the owners had a fortune spent underneath getting it all cleaned up and making it right when he first bought the car. Coming down this driver's side door, there's not a mark or a scratch or anything to note really. If we put the camera sideways, you can see lovely and straight all the way down. Wing mirror is good, the stanchions around there are nice. Quite often this bit of trim can bubble, but that's lovely and clean all the way around on both sides. Around the handle again, really good. And this rear quarter, and again, E46s did have a couple of issues with rust on the back arch and the back quarter, but this is lovely all the way around, as you can see. Get the camera right in there and have a proper look. Really good. Another good wheel and tyre, another Conti Sport as well. Again, we'll have a look from this side. See, it's really, really straight all the way down. In and around the filler cap's lovely. The gap where it meets the bumper is nice and straight. Up on the rear pillar there, that's lovely and clean. Same goes with the front one. There's not even a stone chip on there. Really, really good. The roof, again, rare, non-sunroof. It's lovely and clean. There's not a ripple or a dent in it at all. Really, really good. We've given the car a quick clean, but we are going to give it a polish because it'll just, that colour looks so good with a good polish. It's been sort of sat in the garage for a little while, so it wants a little bit of a polish up. On the rear of the car, so they've put, so if you know these things, obviously you'll know the Holy Grail car's the E46 M3 CSL, which was that lightweight one. They're doing sort of 70, 80, 90 grand now. They came with this carbon rear diffuser. This one has had it added, which I think personally looks really good. Genuine carbon, genuine BMW part. It's not a cheap Chinese copy or anything like that. Really fits perfectly. Weaves lovely. I've had a look around the back. Nice, proper, genuine BMW bit. Parking sensors on the back of this one, and like I say, LED, correct factory facelift lights. The inner ones could do with a little bit of a polish, but I think every single E46 I've ever seen has that. And then obviously the longer boot lid handle, sorry. No nasty badges on there, nice and clean, nice and standard. And the original small lip hasn't had the CSL duck lip or anything sort of grafted onto it, so it's nice and standard. Deck lid, lovely and smooth and clean again. You can get nice and close. We film these things in 4K so you can see in proper detail how good they are, but it's lovely and smooth all the way around. If we look down the passenger side, you'll see the car again, lovely and straight all the way down. Bumper corners and everything, really good. This whole area of the bumper, again, nice and tidy, lovely and straight. The gaps are correct. This rear quarter, I mean, there's not a mark on the car, to be fair. Up onto this pillar and along the roof line, all lovely again. You can see how straight that roof is. It has had tinted windows in the rear quarters. Again, easy enough to peel that off if you don't like it. Kind of goes with the colour, I think, but it's again up to you. Another good wheel with a Michelin Continental Sport tyre. And again, we'll have a look under this. Again, you can see really nice and clean. Underneath the car is really good, really good. Came up our ramps yesterday when we brought it in, and I had a good look at it. Really nice and tidy. Around the wing mirror and everything, all good there. Moving forward on this front wing, and again, lovely and clean. Where the sill meets the wings, again, can be another bit of an issue area, but that's all lovely and clean and tidy. Round on the front, I mean, we're being really picky here, and I can't find a stone chip, I can't find a scratch. There's no, oh, there we go. One tiny little scratch there, which again, I think would almost polish out probably. And if we're going to be really picky, the headlights could do with a little bit of a polish. But amazingly, the fog lights don't. They're normally the ones that suffer the worst. It does come on this plate, B9YEE. Nice short plate for the car. Even the lower half of the bumper, it's not been rammed up any curves, it's not scuffed. All the under trays are still there as well. Normally they've gone walkabouts by now. And the bonnet itself, lovely and straight. Phoenix yellow for me is one of those colours where you can really see the bonnet bulge and the lines in it, which is really nice. Makes for a boring video for the car because there's not really anything to whinge about, but it does make for a good car, obviously. On the interior, so again, Phoenix yellow, you could get black or what we call the kiwi interior, which is a sort of off yellow colour, which for me I think is aged really badly. Black looks perfect. Door card on the driver's side, nice and clean and tidy. Driver's seat, tiny little bit of wear, but overall really good. It's not shiny, it's nice and matte, nice and firm. Obviously electric adjusting seats with your lumbar and everything, and then you've got the extension for the bottom of your legs. Black carpet set on an M car, all lovely and clean. It's not got ingrained dirt or anything on it. Backs of the seats are nice. Pop those lights off so we can have a proper look. And then the back bench, hardly looks like it's been used at all. Lovely and clean, no sign of any wear. Carpet set's good. Electric slide out rear windows. Headlining again, being an M car, gets the black headlining, lovely and clean. No sign of any sagging or anything like that. As far as interior goes, nice and standard. It's got the original stereo in it. It hasn't had an aftermarket unit fitted. All of the cubby holes and everything work as they should. Ashtrays and everything don't look like they've been used at all. The aircon's nice and cool. Even quite often the trim on the wheel, that'll peel and fade, but that's really good. 86,902 miles on this one, so really sensible mileage. You see them on 170, 180, no problem at all. Have a look in the boot. So again, carpet set. It's got a little bit of a mark here, but again, we're being very picky. But more importantly, we're going to pull that out and have a proper look, because if you're looking at these, you know sort of what you need to be looking for. And really their issues with boot floor. Now, from what I understand, this has had its boot floor checked recently, but we'll detail in the description what we know about that. But when you're looking at it, you want to be looking at this area here for any sign of any cracking, and then obviously get your head underneath and have a proper look. But in here, lovely and straight, no sign of any stress or anything like that at all. Have a proper look there as well. Obviously no spare wheel in the M cars. You've got the sort of tyre saver thing. But again, like I say, from what I understand, it's been checked. We'll detail what we know as well as sort of service history and stuff in the description if you check that out. Nice clean door card on the passenger side. The passenger seat again, pretty similar to the driver's seat. Very little signs of any wear, not shiny, nice and soft. Passenger side of the dash and everything's all nice and tidy. Quite often this bits of trim get wrapped in daft materials and things like that, but it's just been left exactly as it should be, nice and standard, nice and clean. Have a look under the bonnet. So the important thing, obviously, like we were saying earlier, May 2004, so only 6 cars in Phoenix yellow with that information on it. Anything other that is a pre-facelift car that's been done up to look different. In and around the strut tops, all nice and clean. Engine itself, lovely and tidy. Like I say, we'll detail what we know in the way of description, in the way of service history and things like that. If you look underneath, no sign of anything dropping out the bottom there. We'll get it started up, but I will be quiet when we do it, because obviously you want to hear the van house rattle on the first start. 2 sets of keys with this one as well. So as you can hear, lovely and quiet. It hadn't been started for about 3 months when we picked it up the other day. No sign of any van house rattle at all. Lovely and quiet. Nothing nasty coming out the back, which I'll show you now. Nice and happy. Check the dash. Obviously you've got those warm-up lights on, so showing you that the car is nice and cool still. Aircon's nice and cold in there as well. Really good on a day like today. So there you have it. 1 of 6 2004 Phoenix yellow E46 M3 coupes. We are open every day apart from a Sunday for viewings. If you want to do a Sunday, give us a shout. We'll make sure someone's here for you. If you can't get to us, let us know. We can do video calls. We can send more photos, send you videos, whatever you need. Happy to answer any question you've got, just to make sure you're happy. Like I say, anything you need, just let us know. Thank you.